Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring. We shall await you here, Master.
And who might?
Sir Arisen, you've come just in time. Sir Ermhild, 'tis my pleasure to present to you the good Arisen, come to aid us in apprehending the brigand who would threaten Her Majesty's life.
Well met. Your assistance is most welcome. Without our Empress to guide us, Batal has no future. Her Majesty cannot be allowed to come to harm.
Indeed. We are well glad of your aid. May it prove unnecessary. Ere Her Majesty's supplications begin, I shall give you a description of our target. Pray seize the rogue should you espy him. We would, however, prefer that this affair be kept quiet. Be not reckless in your decision, lest you apprehend the innocent. Empress Nadinia shall commence her prayers any moment now. I would ask that you safeguard her with your life, should it come to that.
O lambent flame, we offer thee these words of prayer on behalf of our people.
Okay guys, welcome to my live. Our quest here is we need to find the bandits who wants to kill Queen Empress Medina. Apprehended on sight, stripped over, his hair tied up, his arm was wounded during the attack. So we needed to find hair tied. Excuse me. I think it's here. Ayun no. Siya nga. Kasi siya lang yung may sword eh.
Who are ye supposed to be? Fine. Are they onto me? Ah, sod it!
Apprehend him at once. That man there is the assassin. Nicely done, Sir Arisen. Let us inform Sir Ermhild of what has transpired.
Oh, Your Majesty. Full glad am I to see you unharmed.
The brigand has been captured. The chaos of the past few days ought to be behind us now. We owe this outcome to you, Sir Arisen. You cannot know the depth of my gratitude.
Ah, yes, of course. Batal is in your debt, Sir Arisen. The same is true of you, Sir Manella. Your efforts were most admirable, considering your wound. Now that a measure of peace is returned to us, however, you ought to devote yourself to convalescence for a time. You may. The curative hot springs on Volcanic Island are said to be wondrous for healing. Go there to recuperate.
Very well, my lady. I shall leave presently, and return when I am fully recovered.
Grateful are we for your most valiant efforts, Sir Arisen.
Well met.
Our people must ne'er see our weakness.
May this prayer
Thank you, Sir Arisen. Truly.
Grateful are we for your most valiant efforts, Sir Arisen.
My sincerest gratitude for protecting the Empress. Your valor will not soon be forgotten.
Mayhap I'll come here when I've updated myself. Beg pardon, sir. I mustn't be distracted.
Sir, are you the Arisen? Aye? Then you must have been to the Argaman ruins. I heard a rumor that a Medusa was seen there. Is it true? Because if so, that means 'tis no mere creature of legend, but a monster as real as any other. Know you the legend of the hero Danaus? Well, one version of the tale claims the hero's foe was a Medusa. The legend is inscribed here. You must take it and read it for yourself, sir, seeing as you've witnessed a genuine article.
What was the missive that just arrived?
Oh, you know. The usual. From Vermont, bound straight for the archives. Not to be opened.
Another one? What is the director up to? Well, never mind that. Did we get any other deliveries today, perchance?
Surely you're not expecting another one of your love letters. Why, just the other day, you were warned not to use this address for personal correspondences. You really mustn't be so imprudent. Need I remind you that if word of our activities here was to get out, we could be shut down.
Yes, yes, I'm well aware of that, thank you. Now come, enough gossiping. We've work to be getting on with.
I'll not be cowed so easily. Not ruins your day, like getting cut open.
Whoa, I've been captured. Wow, how can I escape here?
Found something small.
Whoa.
She got more than 5 days later. She was dead. She was 30 years old.
Oh, wala na.
I'm so sorry. It was all the time to medical awareness is everybody death in the United States after cancer and heart disease. Nobody was talking about that.
But you still show up here every day.
There's still plenty of doctors and nurses trying to do the right thing. I'm just trying to...
So you're the one Benjamin sent to get the whelp to Well, go on then. Don't dawdle. And I'll thank you not to distract the jailers from their charge. Aye, what can I do for you? Oh, you want the bandit well released, do you? I suppose I could consider it. Aye, being head jailer has its privileges. I could accommodate such a request if I was so inclined. Of course, you'd need to prove your integrity first. I can't go around unlocking cells for just anyone. Aye, you've made your case well. I'll see to it that the request for the lad's release is put through. But you might have to be patient. One cannot rush these things. There's no need to fret. These things take time, you understand.
What's gone wrong with the world? My parents were killed by brigands. And I've no doubt I'd have followed them to an early grave if Lanzo hadn't taken me in. He made me a part of the coral snakes. Gave me a home, a life. I wanted to repay him however I could, so I did what he told me. I know it ain't right to steal, but I thought I could use all that gold I filched to help someone, like Lanzo did for me. I didn't take it for myself, it was for the poor. I wanted to give people a chance to choose a better path in life, instead of ending up like... That's why I did the things I did. Understand? And I don't believe for a moment that Lanzo meant what he said to me in the hideout. 'Twas all an act. So if you're waiting for me to talk, cuz, don't hold your breath. That's why I don't believe for a moment.
We'll see if you can escape me a second time.
Townspeople.
I do not tolerate idle chatter.
I had a marvelous idea, and now I've lost it.
source, what might I find? Why is Vermont funding our research? What do they have to gain from it?
I don't know. Truth be told, I've ne'er asked. But I heard a rumor that 'tis all part of a plot to put the prince, though I suppose he's the regent kin o'er there, on the throne.
What? Where did he hear that rubbish? How's what we're doing here bear any relation to a scheme like that?
'Tis only what I heard, but you're quite right, it doesn't make much sense. I suppose 'tis a rumor best ignored, after all.
I do wonder what the director's plotting, but... frankly, as long as Batal is left out of it, I don't rightly care what he gets up to.
To think that the Medusa was more than a creature out of legend. What I would...
Some of us get complacent, but I train every day.
Off to market I go.
Who are you supposed to be then, eh? Quit staring. Wait, You're one of the ones that came crawling into our hideout. Yeah, ain't funny, really. But seeing you's reminded me of that bleeding runt's face. I'm talking about Hugo, of course. Didn't you hear him sobbing as we left? Lanzo, why? Boo-hoo! Bet he's still crying over it, eh? Like a babe without its mum. Of course, Lanzo's already forgotten about the poor sod. Was right glad to be rid of him, truth be told. Hugo's been following Lanzo around ever since he was a kid. Wouldn't quit it neither, even when it got him a beating. Still, there's a use for whelps like him. Guards aren't like to throw a brat in jail for pocketing a few trinkets, eh? They can earn their own living that way. When one shop starts getting suspicious, they just move on to another. Easy pickings for a kid. And having a few whelps along makes setting up in a new town a trice. The guards don't suspect a thing. But Hugo had gotten too big for that, see? We'd run out of uses for him. Well, save throwing him to the dogs, so as we could make our escape. Hard to believe that. Did he ever tell you his story? About how his parents were killed by brigands or something? Couldn't be more obvious who that was. Ah, his mum was a comely lass. Don't remember. We roughed them up, had a bit of fun. Emptied their purses and the like. Lanzo slit their throats himself. 'Twas hard not to laugh, watching daft little Hugo grow up, hanging off Lanzo's bootstraps and never questioning a damn thing. We've a new hideout now, over on the ancient battleground. Aye, I ain't afraid to tell you that. I might owe Lanzo a favour or two, but not enough to rot in here for it. In fact, why don't you go pay him a visit, eh? Ain't right that I'm the only one in this hole.
What do you want now? What? He said... What? That can't be right. But... if he did that to me... then what about all those kids? He can't have killed all their parents too. Can he? No. Tell me it's all a lie, damn you!
Good to be united. It started raining, Master. Let us find cover ere the water enters our boots.
This place offers a view of the sea.
I imagine we would not escape a plunge into the water's depths. Rattlers, Master!
Our foe does not recoil before holy light. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Whatever 'tis you need. I shall gladly oblige.
You have no need of my assistance at present, but I shall be ready to render aid at a moment's notice.
Well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise. We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent.
I will see to it that the law is upheld.
Good day to you.
Who are you? No, never mind, 'tis of little import. I'm searching for blue crystal shards. Find any, and I'll pay you handsomely. The bigger they are, the higher your reward will be. Well, have you found any blue crystal shards? Is that all? Tiny fragments such as these aren't nearly good enough. Still, I expect I'll find a use for them. Here, take your coin and be gone. 'Tis a god's sway. Well, to be precise, the crystalline substance from which 'tis made. By refining such crystals, anyone can attain the power of the Arisen. The power to command pawns, that is. However, small fragments are meaningless. They cannot contend with the Arisen's power, you see. Speaking of which, should you find any large fragments, bring them to me, won't you? Though that might be difficult. We've scoured this area quite thoroughly, I should think. 'Tis possible larger shards may have been mistaken for jewels and carried off by scavengers or collectors or some such. Mayhap one such as the Oracle or the Dragon Forged would be able to aid you in locating them. I can tell you no more than that. Mayhap one such as the Oracle or the Dragon Forged would be able to aid you.
What I can do for you?
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. Materials, eh? I shan't deny, they have their uses.
'Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
Since times of eld, dragon blood has been used to refine all manner of equipment. I myself learned the art by deciphering ancient texts. Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Bring me what ye reap, and I shall harness it to your benefit. Then I bid ye farewell. Oft I forget the swiftness. Since times of eld, remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. So long as ye retain your will, you'll find you're bound to it, and it to ye. The substance of which ye speak is formed of crystallized droplets of dragon blood. Worm's life crystals can be obtained not only from the true red dragon, but from lower drakes as well. They retain a measure of draconic power, and when used correctly, will bestow upon ye powers that eclipse the will of this world. The dragon is the embodiment of destructive force, though this does not mean that it is evil. Understand this. The concepts of good and evil are mortal inventions, and thus cannot be applied to the dragon. It is a being of a higher order. As are ye. Now that the dragon has marked ye, setting ye apart from your fellows. The Godsway? Forgive me, but I've ne'er heard of such a thing. However, some years past, a sorcerer of Batal came to me seeking knowledge of the dragon, just as ye have. Faces, sir, I believed he called himself. It appeared his intent was to alter the will of the world through mortal means. Perhaps there is some connection. Then go. But visit me again when ye have spilled draconic blood. Since times of Eld, dragon blood has been used to refine all manner of equipment. I myself learned the art by deciphering ancient texts. Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Bring me what ye reap, and I shall harness it to your benefit. Then I bid ye farewell, and safe travels. Often forget the swiftness of time's passage.
The sky is radiant this night. I feel at peace to gaze upon it.
I quite agree.
Pray, light your lantern, Master.
Tis possible larger shards may... Mayhap one such as the Oracle or the Dragon Forged would be able to aid you in locating them.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Seems I'm not the only one who's too busy to rest.
Another day, another act.
Quite the predicament. Here's hoping no trouble.
We shall remain here.
'tis you. I thank you for coming to see me, but I'm afraid I have no new information to share at present. You have aught you wish to show me. What is it? A soldier who had dealings with that phantom ox cart from the rumors gave you this? I'm not sure there's much I can... Wait. This handwriting. It couldn't be. Forgive me. I fear I was mistaken. I shall entrust this matter to Captain Brandt. Glad I am to see you well. I've been wondering how you were getting on. Have you learned aught of the intent behind that letter? 'Twould seem my mother has joined hands with a Batali researcher to achieve her purpose. Which, according to this missive, is to arrange things so that I might rule the kingdom. But I don't understand. Vermund needs no consul. It's found its ruler, its sovereign, pretender though he may be. To say naught of you, does she mean to remove you and the false sovereign both from the picture? Is that what is meant by this tragedy? 'Tis a frightful thought, yet we are in a much stronger position for having learned of it. You've my gratitude for this. I now know what 'tis I must do. Apologies, but I've need of time to get my thoughts in order.
You are not permitted to be here. Move.
It's our duty to see this peace.
Barely scraping by.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook, am I?
You have my fullest confidence. Has there been some development, Your Majesty? Well now, you have divined the Oxcart's destination then. I see. So they were procuring pawns in order to carry out this excavation. The stuff you mention is most curious. It sounds as if 'tis of the same make as the jewel wielded by the Queen Regent's puppet. I had heard pawns face much prejudice in Batal. Yet to hear that they are treated as tools to be discarded, and given such perilous tasks, 'tis contemptible indeed. Volcanic Island has long been part of Batal's territory. The lake of lava present there is revered for its flames, which are sacred to the Batali people. Perhaps 'twould be considered blasphemy to give such work to their own. Or could this simply be a means of testing the efficacy of these jewels that allow for the control of pawns? I can offer naught but conjecture. For now, we ought to aim our efforts towards proving that a member of the Vermundian court has been selling pawns. Should we succeed, even the Queen Regent herself could not deflect the people's displeasure. She would doubtless lose their confidence. You have my gratitude, Your Majesty. The evidence you have gathered shall form the stalwart pillar upon which our rightful claim will rest. 'Tis most valuable,
So pray, exercise the utmost care when deciding how it ought to be used.
Now the Queen Regent's hand in this will be plain. For all to see. 'Tis only right that she face justice for her misdeeds.
One could not have hoped for